Hey guys, Roman Reaper here. So, I just got done watching season 2 of Loki. So yeah, I was looking forward to this. I very much enjoyed season 1. I do have my issues with it, but by and large it's a very enjoyable times related caper with plenty of Loki mischief. And yeah, I was also very much excited for the season because, well, with the ending of season 1, opening up the multiversal can of worms, it'd be really interesting to see, how they build on that, especially since, the multiverse has opened up to, variants of, the new saga's big bad Kang. Obviously, that's aged horribly given recent events around Jonathan Majors, but regardless, I was really looking forward to this season. But does it deliver on its multiversal stakes? And is it as good as season 1? Let's find out. So, season 2 picks up basically right where season 1 left off. Sylvie has killed He Who Remains, and the infinite branches of the multiverse have opened up. Loki returns to the TVA with a warning that He Who Remains has been killed, and that this could mean potentially disastrous things for all of time. And so, Loki, reteaming with Mobius, heads off in a race against time to prevent the end of the entire multiverse as we know it. However, in the meanwhile, Loki has his own time related problems he has to deal with. So, yeah, look, as I said earlier, I enjoyed season 1, did a good job of expanding the MCU multiverse out. Season 2 takes that and actually improves on it. Like, this is a better season. I'm gonna say it. Like, I enjoyed season 1, but I loved season 2. I mean, for one, like, this is the best, like, looking MCU project in recent times. Aside from Guardians 3, of course. But, like, man, remember when MCU movies and shows had, like, actual production value and, like, actual art direction? Yeah, Loki is a proper throwback to that. It looks stunning. The production design from the TVA offices, the 19th century World's Fair, even like a 1980s McDonald's, it pops the fuck off. It looks great. The visual effects are really stellar too. Like, we have some really nightmarish visuals for for the for time being destroyed. It's very striking stuff, and even like Loki's powers and stuff. It all looks great, and there's even some really strong cinematography. This is like probably the most dynamic the cinematography has been in an MCU project for quite a while. It's full of energy. It's very purposeful. It looks great, and of course we have the really fun cosmic score from Natalie Holt returning to from season 1, which sounds great and really adds to the cosmic soundscape of it all. Like, seriously, from a technical perspective, this season is fucking perfect. Like, man, remember when MCU projects could look this good? And it's not just style over substance. The actual narrative, the meat and bones of it, is extremely compelling stuff. I mean, for one, the stakes right from the jump are, you know, much more urgent and, that bit more engaging than they were in season 1. Because obviously, there's that whole mystery angle, but because we know right from the jump what we're dealing with, it feels that much more engaging to just jump right in. And yeah, you really feel the urgency of the time-related stakes over the course of the series, because the literal fate of the multiverse depends on it, and yet it doesn't feel like big and bombastic for the sake of it either. Like, it feels really like surprisingly character driven within that. It never loses sight of the characters at the real beating heart of it, which makes it so much more compelling and engaging to watch. Engaging, the heart rather than just the eyes. Like, it helps as well. We've got some absolutely fantastic performances here that perfectly sell the stakes of it all. Tom Hiddleston is great as Loki once again, fitting the character like a glove. Of course, he brings that certain level of mischief in some real fun, darkly comic sequences. But he's a changed man after what he's seen with He Who Remains, and with the imminent end of the multiverse, the glorious purpose that he's burdened with, and this newfound sense of purpose he has could suddenly be taken away from him. He sells it really well, and of course, I really liked the dynamic he had with Mobius once again. They're a very funny pairing, and Owen Wilson makes for a great straight man to Tom Hiddleston. Sure, the buddy comedy nature of their dynamic can at times jar with the end of multiverse stakes, but by and large, it's delightful and works really well for what they're going for. And they actually do get some more tender heart to heart moments rather than just playing off each other comedically. They're great. We also have the return of Sophia Di Martino as Sylvie, who herself has a new purpose, following opening up the infinite timelines and basically giving everyone free will. You know, who now has a life of her own within the timeline, and she very much wants nothing to do with the TVA, and wants to keep the life that she has, and she sells it really well. We also have some additions to the cast, most notably Jonathan Majors playing Victor Timely, a variant of Kang. And yeah, I really liked him. See, the thing I like with Majors as Kang is the three variants we've seen thus far have all been like wildly different in terms of performances, like showing a real range. And yeah, Majors is great here. He very much sort of embodies the sort of awkward, nerdy mannerisms of Victor Timely. Rather than the sage wisdom of He Who Remains, or the commanding force of nature presence of the Conqueror. Yeah, he is great. It's a pity he's such a toxic asset now because, like, man, he's a genuinely great actor. He's doing great stuff here. But my favorite addition to the series, far and away, is Kiwi Kwan as Ouroboros, or OB, the author of the TVA handbook. Yeah, he is a delightful. He's so like goofy and quirky. Like, he's basically the Kiwi Kwan character, and he is so much fun. He's like really funny and just such a lovable, charming presence. Like, man, they knew exactly what they were doing casting him here. He is far and away the scene stealer, and there's just something about how he explains this like cosmic, temporal techno babble that it just is so fun to watch. Like, yeah, he is brilliant, and it, you know all these performances work in service of a surprisingly strong tone. Like, we never undermine the seriousness of the stakes just for the sake of like a lame quip. Again, the body comedy aspect of Loki and Mobius does kind of jar with the stakes, but they never take you out of it. And I mean, it helps as well. The show is not afraid to go dark. There's one moment that is probably one of the darkest in the MCU that does a great job of implying really disturbing violence rather than showing it, which works extremely effectively. And there's also, some level of tragedy to obviously Loki this season, and specifically obviously that relationship with Sylvie, because things have changed obviously since the she literally killed the man at the end of time. But I also really loved the unique framing device of, Loki's time slipping. It can get a little caught up in it, admittedly, but it's a unique sort of plot device that gives the narrative some level of stakes and uncertainty, especially given the time-related nature of the plot. It works really well to heighten the stakes. Alright, so now I have to address the big thing that really thoroughly surprised me with this season. Obviously, with the MCU shows, I think you know by now they shit the bed hard when it comes to finales. Notably, Secret Invasion recently. But against all of the odds, not only does the Loki season 2 finale stick the landing, as season 1 did as well, not only does it stick the landing, it's genuinely resonant and pays off not just what these two seasons have been building up, but also feels like a wonderful culmination of Loki's whole journey as a character throughout the MCU. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant stuff. Like, the fact that we've waited this long for a genuinely great finale to an MCU show, like the fact that it's been possible this whole time and it's not been actually realized until now is baffling. But yeah, overall, Loki season 2, wow, yeah, this was absolutely brilliant. I enjoyed season 1, but this was even better. I absolutely loved this. Yeah. And I am going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, with my ratings of season 1 and 2, season 1 is a 7.5 and season 2 is an 8.5. I'm gonna average that out for the whole show at an 8 out of 10. Awesome stuff, far and away the best MCU show on Disney Plus. And yeah, let me know down in the comments. Have you seen Loki season 2? What did you think of it? What did you think of it in comparison to season 1? What did you make of the finale? And what did you make of Jonathan Majors? And specifically how they handle the whole overarching Kang plot? Without getting into spoilers, of course. Let me know all that down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.